I am can't really go anywhere, do anything now without like you know what I mean? Like people seeing and knowing. So it's like I need to just kind of be okay and be like, hey, that's okay.
Ariana Grande has wrecked Ethan's home after dumping her husband Dalton a few months ago. And it looks like Ethan's wife isn't giving up on her home. She's calling Ariana out. But it seems Ariana doesn't care about what anyone thinks of her. She's probably saying, "This isn't new, I'm used to this." And yeah, she should be used to it by now, considering her relationship-wrecking history. So can we officially say Ariana isn't capable of loving for real? Didn't she gush over Dalton just 3 months ago? I'm sure that's the question on your mind right now. And yeah, she did gush on her ex-husband recently on her post, but for all we know, she moved on to the next available champ and nothing is going to stop her. Not even Lily, Ethan's wife of a whole 4 years. Her love life is quite a messy one, really. She started dating Graham Phillips and then went over to Jai Brooks, who later accused her of cheating on him with Nathan Sykes. We all thought Nathan was the love of her life until she suddenly started dating Big Sean. Now, here's the thing. Big Sean was engaged to Naya Rivera at the time he met Ariana, and somehow he broke off the engagement and his ship sailed with Ariana. He was screwed over not long after, as Ariana moved on to Ricky Alvarez. Sean's ex-fiancée Naya even recorded this in her memoir, saying that she visited Sean while they were dating and found Ariana right there. This wasn't right, really, but what to say? It is what it is. Anyways, after a few other bumps on the road, also known as messy relationships, and even an engagement, Ariana met Dalton Gomez in 2020, and it was good. She was super excited and her fans wanted it too, and it seemed she was getting committed for once. Dalton was a real estate agent who represents celebrity homes, and that was what brought them together, a home. They began dating in January 2020, and in May, Ariana confirmed their relationship in her music video for Stuck With You, where she and Dalton were slow dancing. She later posted pictures of them quarantined together during the COVID-19 pandemic. There was even a pic of her wearing an engagement ring, and she captioned the post, "Forever and then some." A source confirmed that Ariana was beyond excited when they met and that she really enjoyed getting to know and falling in love with Dalton, which is something she didn't get to do in her past relationships. The source also revealed that they were in love at the time and were willing to spend the rest of their lives together. And it seemed they would, as they tied the knot in May 2021 with a super private ceremony including less than 20 people. Of course, the decision to go private with the wedding wasn't bad, but people thought something was a bit fishy about it. It made them believe Ariana was gonna pull out in no time. And did she disappoint them? Not at all. She and Dalton separated in July earlier this year, barely 2 years after they got married. The news came after she was spotted without a ring in public, and she even went on live without a ring.
And now I shall butcher my eyeliner the same. I'm just not wearing my ring, it's getting cleaned. I'm not getting a divorce. Before you start, don't.
According to a report, the couple had been having some issues for months. Initially, they separated in January, but came together after a while, and then they officially went their separate ways in July. Apparently, they were trying to work things out, but obviously they couldn't. The whole thing wouldn't have caused a fuss on social media the way it did if Ariana divorced her ex-husband and remained single, at least to heal. But that's not the case here. She almost immediately jumped into a relationship with her co-star Ethan Slater in the movie Wicked, and their relationship looks just like a puzzle because Ethan Slater was a married man. In fact, he had been married with his wife for 14 good years, 10 years as friends, and 4 years as a couple, and the marriage was blessed with a child just last year.
Ariana's new boo thing, Ethan, is actually married to his high school sweetheart and they share a child together. Now, it has been reported that Ethan and his wife are separated. However, sources are saying that his wife was, quote, completely blindsided, end quote, by his relationship to Ariana. A lot of people will argue that if you are separated, you do not have to tell your spouse about relations that you have with other people. And a lot of people will argue that you do. Regardless of what your rules are for separation, if you know that you are about to enter a relationship with Ariana Mother frickin' Grande, and you know this relationship is about to be plastered on the front of every magazine and blog, maybe you could give your soon-to-be, but not yet ex,
He even wished his wife a happy Mother's Day in a post he made recently, and surprisingly, Ariana liked the picture. This made everyone wonder if they'd been cheating on their spouses before their official separations, and from the looks of things, it really seems that was the case. Ethan's wife Lily said that she was totally blindsided, and she's not far from the truth because Ariana and her ex-husband Dalton often hung out with Ethan and his ex-wife Lily. Lily even revealed that Ariana often visited their home and helped her carry her baby sometimes. You see that? They were literally rubbing it in their spouses' faces, but unfortunately, they didn't know what was up. A source also told Daily Mail that Ariana and Ethan were all over each other at Michelle Yeoh's Oscar party, and that was in March. So basically, they attended the party in March, Ethan celebrated his wife online in May, Ariana was spotted without her ring in July, and the news of Ariana and Ethan separating from their spouses came in the same month. See the drill? There was definitely something between them while they were still with their spouses. Another source revealed to Us Weekly that Ethan told his wife about the new relationship a day before the news got out. And the worst part is that the duo weren't hiding it in filming Wicked. They kept holding hands on set in between takes.
It felt like a really big moment just to get my first Broadway show, but we've been recognized with a bunch of nominations, and everyone from top to bottom in SpongeBob is sort of being recognized for their work, and so it feels really special to be able to celebrate that with the rest of the theater community and all of these artists who have been working so hard all year. It does feel like a really big, momentous occasion.
Anyways, Ethan filed for divorce, but Lily isn't having it, and she's calling Ariana out. During her interview with Page 6, she said that Ariana isn't a girl's girl and confirmed that her family was wrecked thanks to Ariana.
Savvy and savage. I think Ethan Slater's wife has a friend or a friend of a friend who works in public relations in New York City. Blindsided?
Currently, it seems Ariana and Ethan aren't hanging out as a couple should. According to TMZ, they are usually in different cities for several weeks. Possibly because Ariana might be giving Ethan all the time to conclude his divorce with his ex-wife Lily. That might be the case, but we sure can't be the only ones that think Ariana has either been rejected or she's tired of this one already. And hey, this is completely possible with Ariana. She's the queen of over and out. As for Lily, she told TMZ, "I'm focused on my son and doing my best to navigate a spotlight I never wanted or experienced before." She adds she wants to set the record straight after she's watching with horror as stories are published speaking to my experience. She went on demanding privacy. "I'm asking for privacy and respect as an individual who is not in the entertainment industry, and as a mom, I asked to be left alone to rebuild my life and raise the beautiful boy I gave birth to last year." Fans are super troubled with Ariana's attitude towards love, but some bet that she's not in love with Ethan, but possibly wanted what Ethan's ex-wife had, a baby. And Ethan may be joining the list of her exes pretty soon. Also, people think Ethan's decision to ruin what he had built with his high school sweetheart over 10 years will be the worst decision of his life. Or do you think there's any chance he's treading on the right path?